why earthbending is the most powerful. Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to Siphon. In today's video we're going to be discussing the different reasons as to why earthbending is the most powerful, and I have plenty of reasons, so make sure to stay tuned throughout the entire video to make sure you get all the information. So for starters, we actually have to give credit where credit is due, and in this case we're going to be giving credit to Toph, which is the original creator of obviously metal bending, as well as some other different forms of bending that she has contributed throughout the years to this bending style. So I'm going to try my best to mention other earthbenders other than her, but she really has set the bar for what an earthbender is in Avatar: The Last Airbender, as well as The Legend of Korra. With our first topic, transportation. You guys can literally fly if you're an earthbender. I'm not exactly sure if you ever thought about this, but you can actually put rocks on your feet and literally lift yourself the same way you can a boulder over your head. The same way you can make a suit of armor from rock, you can also put them on your legs and literally levitate yourself. No one in the show has actually done this as far as I've known. We have seen Aang and Toph lift the Avatar gang, as well as Appa, to the Emperor's palace in order to tell him the things that are going on with the Dai Li at Ba Sing Se. Throughout the series, we actually have proof that transportation is being used consistently, which is kind of why this really pushes me into the direction that being able to fly with earthbending is possible. So some examples of transportation you can use with earthbending include sand-bending sails. So the sandbenders use a type of earthbending in order to make small tornadoes, in order to basically push their sails forward, which is kind of funny because it uses wind to do that, but you're actually using sand, which creates wind, which is for a whole another video. The Ba Sing Se train system is actually pushed by earthbenders in Avatar: The Last Airbender. And another mode of transportation that I've actually seen Toph as well as Aang use is movement with rock armor. Toph and Aang are really good at using this technique, and we can see throughout the show that they're able to move through it or with it without actually having to move their legs. They can just move themselves with the rock armor, which is incredible. Let's move on to our next topic, which is enhanced sense. So for this specific sense we're talking about, this is going to be called seismic sense, which is the ability to see with earthbending, which is basically sensing the vibrations around you. The best seismic user that I can think of is Toph, considering she taught everyone else how to use it, including Aang and her daughters. This ability also allows for the instant sense for incoming attacks as well, because any vibration or any move can be sensed with this. So if someone hurdles a rock or throws a fireball at you, you can sense them move in an attack form, which allows you to evade the attack itself. One of my favorite uses of this ability is when Avatar Aang is fighting Ozai, and Aang basically spares his life, and in doing so, Ozai dishonorably decides to attack him from behind, which to no avail, Avatar Aang was able to sense it with this seismic sense and remove his bending. Surprisingly enough, there's actually another ability which is not very much talked about throughout the Legend of Korra series. This is actually where we were able to see its first appearance. So in essence, Korra basically got lost, which is why she ended up in the swamp where Toph is now residing in. And we later find out that Toph does not miss being in the city anymore because she says she can see everything, which we don't understand at first, but later on we realize that she can actually sense and see all her family members and friends through the trees' vibrations. Considering vibrations aren't as strong when they're super far away, this isn't the same thing as seismic sense, so I'm going to be calling this beyond sight. So although Korra actually learns how to do this ability, I think her ability is more so on the spiritual side versus Toph's is more so with earthbending. Another reason why I think earthbending is the most powerful form of bending, because we have different subcategories of bending, which include lava bending, metal bending, sand bending, crystal, and glass. So some of these you may know and some of them you don't. I'm pretty sure the ones you guys don't know is crystal and glass bending. So glass bending was actually mentioned in the Kyoshi comics, which is something she is actually able to do, since technically it is a form of sand. We can also see crystal bending being used when Avatar Aang is getting attacked by Azula. And this makes sense because it is a form of rock. And for our next topic, mass. So I think this is the biggest reason as to why earthbending is the most powerful. But throughout the show we can actually see earthbenders lift and hurdle rocks that weigh more than 20 times their weight, which is literally insane considering Bumi lifted an entire statue, which is like half the size of a city, off a cliff because he simply didn't want it there. This already proves how powerful earthbending is. Something really cool that someone could do is actually make buildings out of rock, even lift cities away if they're getting attacked. And for one of the last reasons why I think earthbending is the best out of all of them is because of poison. In The Legend of Korra, Red Lotus, which was led by Zaheer, decided to poison Korra with mercury in an attempt to get Korra into her avatar state and kill her so that they can end the avatar cycle. Su Yin was actually lucky enough to take out most of the poison from Korra. Later on we find out that Korra still has poison inside her and that she herself needs to bend it out. That's all I can think of. Let me know if you guys have any other theories or anything to add to this video in the comment section below. See you guys in the next one. Peace.